What's up, guys? Gonna be a quick Krogan Vanguard gameplay. Um, yeah, I'm going melee all the way. I just want to show you the gear here real quick. I did put on a, what do you call it? Cyclonic level 2 and a not a jug, a strength enhanced level 2. So, on the weapon result, I had the Omni Blade and a little more damage on it. The damage barrel. So, guys, I mean, I've been playing this Krogan Vanguard quite some time now, and after getting the Jug Shield, obviously, it's just, you know, it's put it on steroids. If you didn't watch my other video, pretty much all my videos, I'm ranting and raving about the Jug Shield. I mean, what a phenomenal piece of gear, guys. 75% more melee damage and 10% more shield. Hell fucking yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to show you where I'm at with the Krogan, and this is gold gameplay. This is going to be gold gameplay, what's it called? I'm not level 20 yet. I am level, what level was I? I think I was level 17 in this gameplay, and then, as far as my rank, I think I'm 8. Let me check. I think I was 8. Yeah, I was 8. So, little bit more to go as far as putting points in, but everything essential for a melee build is in. You're looking at it. The only thing that's missing, here's the game fucking glitching on me. Getting stuck like this, and then it's just, somehow you get out of it if you use some powers, just try pushing some buttons, something will get you out of it. Yeah, this is a pretty solid team, so it went pretty well. I honestly kind of felt like I was playing, I didn't feel like I was playing gold. It felt very easy, guys. And I pretty much decided, you know, with this Krogan Vanguard in general, and this is kind of how it was in Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Not so much with this guy, because the thing is with the harder hitting Vanguards or melee builds in Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, you could easily go and just kind of do a lot of damage to the big armor targets and the bosses. This game, not so much. You're not going to be able to do so much, which is kind of realistic in a way because, I mean, and in a way not. I don't know. It's fucking space magic, right? But do you really think like a guy running around on 2 legs? I know he's a fucking Krogan. Is going to be able to like beat the shit out of an Atlas. Like it was a little bit unbelievable. Like sitting there, fun as fuck. Don't get me wrong. One of my funnest things to do is to just, you know, play as the melee Krogan Vanguard or melee Batarian and then just beat the shit out of boss enemies. Fun as fuck in Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Possible in this game? Not really. You don't have the damage. They've kind of, so apparently the devs don't think it's realistic because they've taken that out of the game for all intents and purposes. Not saying you can't sit there and hit the big armor targets, just saying you're not going to be hitting as hard. So yeah, like any melee build, in general, your job is to run around and destroy the minions. Like any Vanguard for the most part, actually. You're kind of the minion killer, the ultimate fast minion killer. That's your job. So that's what I'm going to do in this gameplay. I mean, there were times when I started out playing this guy when, like, oh, fuck with the boss, I'll put some deeps on it. I'm just like, you know what, fuck this. Even, like, in this gameplay, I'll run away from the other Krogans, and it's such a non-Krogan thing to do, but it just takes so fucking long to get into a headbutt fight with them. You can, and you will win it. Like, if you just sit there and keep headbutting the Krogan, here I'm going to get into a tiny one. But without team help, you will be here all fucking day, you know, because you're both Krogan. So you both can take a lot of damage, and you both can dish out a lot of damage. So, yeah. There is no more melee boost, guys. This is the boostiest you can get. Of course, you can put on the Strength Enhancer level 3. In this gameplay, I only have Strength Enhancer level 2 on. So if you were to put Strength Enhancer level 3 on, yeah, you'd have a little bit more melee damage. But for all intents and purposes, this is every single melee boost you can get. We got the Fortification buff, and we took every single melee evolution in the fitness, in his Rage tree. I didn't skip a single one. And as you can see, the survivability is not bad, guys. I mean, it's pretty fucking good. The only thing I regret, or not regret, the only thing you miss out on in going for the melee build is that final evolution of, what do you call it? Rage, where you give all of your allies damage resistance, and it's in a 6-meter radius, so that's like really good. It's a pretty big radius, guys. But the problem with that is, guys, and that is good, don't get me wrong, but you're a Krogan Vanguard. keyword Vanguard. You're body charging all over the fucking place, and it's to stay alive, really, that you're charging so often. So are you always going to be on your teammate's ass? No. If you have some lower level teammates that you want to carry through a gold match, that's a great option. But I still think it's best for you to just be able to kill the enemies as fast as possible, especially if you're going melee. If you're going melee build, you owe it to yourself and the team to boost the melee as much as possible, because otherwise everyone's going to be there all fucking day trying to kill these enemies. So this game, we're going to have no problem whatsoever. This is random, so we're going to have no problem whatsoever just going around killing the enemies as fast as possible. Here we're going to have a problem, because I'm trying to do this device, and I have no one cover me. I don't know if they wanted to kill enemies or they didn't want to get the objective done quickly, but for me, I want to get the objective done fast, because apparently you get better perks for completing the objective fast. So I'm going to get my ass on it. I'm going to go down on it because no one's around. Are you tanky with this character? Yeah, but a big part of your tankiness actually comes from the fact that you're killing enemies fast with his melee, and you are mobile, constantly biotic charging. Here I'm going to make a big mistake, and I'm going to forget to put fortification back on. That's a big no-no, guys. Always want to have fortification. I'm going to have to jump right off it. There was a chance I may have been able to get that device done had I had fortification, but probably not, guys. They put out enough damage to the enemies in this game. But you can see I'm killing them fast. And it's nice, because you know what? Most people don't have good guns at this point. So if you have unlocked this guy, I highly recommend put a fucking melee build on this guy and just go around and just absolutely destroy. You don't have to worry about having a good gun then. It's just kind of, you're just charging in and headbutting the shit out of everything. Very fun, very good, very tanky. I mean, it's just an all-around great build. I get a lot of questions, about like, who do you think's the best in this game so far? Who do you think would be the easiest choice? Blah, 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 blah. I honestly think, like, of the characters I've really dived into so far, I would probably most likely, if I had to carry like people, play this guy, because I'm tanky, I'm putting out good damage, I have great mobility. I mean, what more do you want? The only problem with this guy is that he does struggle with boss damage with this setup. And there is a way to remedy that, to a degree. Remember, guys, biotic charge is giving us melee boost and power boost. If you choose, those are your two options, my point is. But remember, when you biotic charge and you pick the melee evolution, you also get a gun damage boost to 15%. And then at the last evolution, you get plus 35% damage. No, I'm sorry. That's just to the biotic charge. It says damage resistance 75, plus 50 shield restored, plus 35% damage. So you get 15% more damage on your gun, by picking the melee boost on your charge. And your passives, you could get... I did this math earlier. Fuck, it's not here. Basically, you get my point. In the passives, you have a couple like little perks you can pick to get some weapon damage. Is it worth it? Is it going to help you? Well, basically... and I talked about this in the other video, but I'll go over it again. You have to fully max out. For a Krogan Vanguard melee build, if you want to be the optimal, you got to max out charge. Okay, because it's just, that's your survivability. And you got to get that melee perk. Fortify, you got to at least get it to rank 5 to get the melee boost. Okay, and the last rank of Fortify is kind of up in the air. It's up to you. I actually went for the shield exploding. Do I regret it? Do I not regret it? Well, I'm getting better. I'm not really having problems staying alive, so that would be useful against Ket. You don't see me use it once in this gameplay, probably because I don't need to, and when you do detonate it, you sacrifice all of your melee damage, you sacrifice your, that 30% melee damage, and you sacrifice the defense, obviously, that it gives you. So that does suck, but when you see a big group of shielded enemies, or any enemies for that matter, and you get a massive tech burst after using that power and detonating with charge, it is nice. But you got to be very strategic, guys. That's not a bread and butter kind of combo for this guy, because we didn't pick anything but melee boosts in the rage tree. Getting back to what I was saying, you got to max out charge, you got to max out fortify at least to rank 5, and rage, you got to get all the melee boosts you can get. I'm talking getting the optimal melee boost. So basically, that leaves you with the choice between Nova and Apex training. Which one are you going to go for? For me, I'm ending up leaning towards Nova. A, because it's going to be a lot more fun in my opinion, and B, because I don't have a good gun in the first place, so why would I want to boost up weapon damage? I'm going to suck against bosses no matter what I do. I mean, yeah, I could put on like the Talon and be somewhat effective, but until you really get like a Piranha or fucking like a Rieger Carbine or guns of that caliber. Now I'm comparing them to how I know them in Mass Effect 3. I don't know how they are in this game, but I'm sure they're really good. I'm sure the Piranha's just gonna decimate. Until you get that kind of shit, you're kind of fucked, guys, as far as weapon damage is concerned. Hurricane is another choice. That's just how it works, guys. I mean, and even if you were to spec all the way into Apex Training to get weapon damage boost, and the other thing is, guys, if you're speccing all the way into Apex Training, you may want to pick up the last evolution of it that helps your power recharge. There's a last evolution of Apex Training that I really want to get. It gives you 15% power damage, 30% power force, and 20% recharge. 25%, no, 20% all power recharge speeds. You get that at the last evolution of Apex Training. What you miss out on if you get that is the 10% weapon damage and a little bit stability and accuracy. So, really kind of, it's like if you've already started putting points to Apex Training, you'd much rather pick that power evolution because then you can charge faster, and every time you charge, you get a weapon damage boost, and every time you charge, you get your shield back. So, I'd like to have charge as often as possible. Remember, guys, that boost that charge gives you with the gun damage and melee damage, it's only for 3 fucking seconds after you body charge. You see what I'm saying? That's a short window of opportunity to inflict damage. So the faster you can charge, obviously the more damage your output is going to be. Because then you're getting that buff more often. So that is a thing, guys. So I mean, if I was going to max out Apex Training over Nova, I would get, let's see, I'd get 18... basically get 18% more weapon damage, and I could also pick up like a 20% headshot weak point bonus. And to get the final evolution, you would also get another 10%. So basically, if you were to go all weapon damage in Apex Training, you get 28% weapon damage and a 20%. Okay, yeah. If you were to max out Apex Training, you would get a 28% weapon damage boost and a 20% weapon headshot damage boost. Okay, now to do that, you would have to not pick the last rank of either Charge, Nova, or Rage. To me, Charge, Fortify, or Rage. That would probably be, in my opinion, you'd probably get that point off Fortify. Because you have to have 1 point each power no matter what the game makes you. So you couldn't take no points in Nova and fully max at Apex Training. But if you look at the numbers, guys, you'll get, like I said, a 28% or even just an 18% if you're kind of using some logic here and you want to charge as often as possible. That's not a big weapon damage boost. Even that's not going to make a world of difference on your weapon damage. So for me, I'm thinking I'm going to go for the Nova. I'd rather just be able to do a ton of damage to big groups, not a ton, an okay amount of damage to groups of enemies and prime for robotic explosion. And I'm going to go for armor damage on this guy. Because if I do see first of all, shields just aren't that hard to deal with. So I will, and I do have my Fortify if I ever really want to drop shields fast. But the gear that I'll probably end up recommending for the final melee build is going to be Cyclonic and Strength Enhancer. You could, obviously, that's debatable, you could pick a couple different things, but remember, this is just the build that I'm going to give you guys first for the Krogan Vanguard. It's just going to be the optimal melee build. So that's kind of what I'm going for on this. My whole point of that spiel was that you could have a melee Krogan Vanguard that does a little more weapon damage, or he has a Nova that sets up explosions and does some good AoE damage. Remember, you're charging in and meleeing these motherfuckers one at a time. So you're putting good damage out, but it's on one person at a time. Nova is going to affect the whole radius. Nova's going to set up the whole radius for a combo, so it is good. Anyways, that's my preference so far, and it will be a lot of fun too. And Nova has the utility of keeping you alive too, because you don't take damage when you're Novaing. So there's a lot of times in this game when I'm going to use Nova as an oh shit moment, when I don't have charge, and I'm going to go down, so I'll just Nova to not take any damage, buy some time, then body charge. Yeah, guys, I mean, lots of fucking fun. I mean, doesn't get much better than this. Krogan Vanguard bashing in some heads with his fucking headbutt. It's really fucking fun. Now, is this going to be a, what do you call it? gold viable build on all maps against all enemies? Yeah, I'd say so. Pretty simply, I'd say so. I had my doubts before Juggernaut Shield came out, but now it's like, it's going to be good. And like I said, this guy's not even fully level 20, and I have another gameplay of him in even lower level on gold, and he does just fucking fine. Would it be better to be doing a weapon damage or a power damage build on this guy? Well, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? It's a Krogan. You want to be meleeing? There's your answer for that question. I will, in my final build video, for this guy once he's level 20 and max rank and everything, I'm going to give you guys three builds for him. I'm going to give you a tank weapon damage build, I'm going to give you a melee damage build, and I'm going to give you a power combo / power damage build. It's up to you guys what you want to do, but for me, I'm really enjoying the melee build. I think this is what Krogans are about, what's more fun. So yeah, this is probably the build that I'm going to play the most, to be honest with you. It's probably how I'm going to leave him once I finish maxing out Nova. One thing that I'm debating is whether I'll change the last evolution of Fortify to, get rid of that detonation and just get a little more tankiness. But it is good to see, guys, because if you're watching this gameplay, I'm not having a hard time staying alive, to be honest with you. And I'm not having a hard time staying alive. Not only that, what's it called? I'm not having a hard time staying alive, and I don't even have all the damage protection I could get from Fortify. And I have no damage protection evolutions with Rage. It's straight melee. So in Fortify, I did pick up the first evolution damage resistance over mobility. But that's it. And I kind of thought, like, hey, it's a Krogan. He should be fine if he's biotic charging all over the place. His survivability should be damn good. And it is, guys. I can't wait till my Nova is fully maxed out, though. That'll make this guy really good against groups and stuff. But you'll see, in most occasions here, I'm just not even going to fuck with the other Krogan. I'm not going to fuck with the Atlases. I'm just going to make it my job to kill all these little enemies as fast as possible. Can you? Yes. Will it take a lot of time? Yes. You are a melee build, and your melee is not going to really decimate them. It will help once you get the Nova with the armor damage and the combo. That'll be good. Not much else to say, guys. I mean, again, the final video with the builds and level 20 and everything is coming soon, so just, sit tight. Until then, I think you guys have pretty much got the gist of what I'm doing with this guy. It's not really rocket science, charging in and hitting people, Anything else I want to say about it? Just pick your spots, guys. Be strategic. Don't just charge in and feel you can do whatever because you're a Krogan. You can to an extent, but have some strategy in your Vanguard's placement, which target you're going to choose to biotic charge. Charging isn't just about getting your shield back. It's so much about placement, putting your character in the right spots. That's what it's about, guys. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Be sure to rate, like, comment, subscribe. You want to see more Andromeda content. This gameplay went very well. I mean, I got every medal on gold. I did the objective, everything. Objective, melee, kills really well. So, guys, have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.